Welcome to Buzzed Baffled, the podcast where the wine is flowing, the stories get weird, and we try our best to keep the chaos to a minimum. Try being the keyword.
Before we jump in, a quick behind-the-scenes truth. Producing the show is basically an Olympic sport. Between being the media manager, the sound engineer, the editor, and trying to control her own voice volume, which, let's be honest, Nicole's has the natural power of a small megaphone, things can get a little unpredictable. So if you hear the occasional mic spike, just know it's not your headphones. It's Nicole living her best and loudest life.
Disclaimer: we're not experts, just two curious humans with wine in hand and an enthusiasm for the bizarre. Some topics may be dark, sensitive, or downright strange, so listener discretion is advised. And remember, everything you hear is for entertainment only, so take the story seriously, just not too seriously.
And any opinions shared on this podcast are our own and not reflective of any third party.
Now, pour a glass, settle in, and get ready to be buzzed and baffled.
Okay. Do you need to squeak somewhere?
Maybe.
We're back.
We are back.
Episode 40.
Yep,
This pod's as old as you are now.
it's older than me. It's probably like 50 by the time I'm 40-ish.
Yeah? It'll be closer in age to me than you at that point. Well, I mean, 5,000, but...
Yeah, she's grown up so fast.
Like, she's such a good little pod.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she's not really. She's kind of chaotic.
Yeah, push your microphone foam is popped up. Microphone.
Oh.
There you go.
I was messing with my earpiece.
She was definitely grabbing her headphones.
It's been a day. Like, nothing bad has happened. I slept till 10, but I was up till like 1 a.m.
Yeah, I know. I was too. And then I got up at 7:30. I'm like, this cannot happen.
I initially woke up and I'd only been sleeping for 4 hours. And I was like, absolutely not.
Yeah, I checked my Fitbit and it was like 5.5. I was like, well, I guess that's what I get.
No, I turned the TV on and I put on some kind of like Dateline, put my eye shades on, and I went back to sleep. And I woke up when James texted me and it was 10 with his delicious looking breakfast. So I begrudgingly got up and made myself an omelet.
Yeah. The pets started screaming at 7:30.
My dogs would never dare.
I know.
But you know why?
Because you have cats, not dogs.
Well, no, I have 2 dogs.
You do not, but my cat is bigger than your dog's.
They're both 7 pounds or lighter. But I've established dominance, Kyla.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. That's why Molly looked you straight in the eye as she shit on your floor today.
Yeah, so everyone who doesn't know, it's negative 25 with the wind chill factor here today. And so Molly, the 6-pound Papillon, who wears a sweatshirt all day long. Indoors. I put a winter coat on her. I have to put a line on her now because she's too stupid to come inside when it's time. And she refused to go to the bathroom outside, but she looked me square in the eyes and shat on the floor after I let her in.
Yeah. Established dominance, Nicole.
I'm gonna go poop on her.
Ugh.
Like, I'm gonna look her right in the eye. It's gonna crush her.
I just remembered when you said wind chill that my sister was like 33 years old before she realized it wasn't windshield.
That sounds like some shit I would say.
She wasn't that old, but she was plenty old enough.
That's hilarious.
Sorry.
I don't feel so bad about calling this place Newton.
Yeah.
Newton, Connecticut.
Newton, Connecticut. She's like, it's in Newton, Connecticut. I'm like, do you perhaps mean Newtown?
Well, it is not spelled like town, so I called it Newton, like
I
the
think you
fig
might have
Newton.
it typed wrong in your story.
Let's see what Google says. I may have typed it wrong in my story. I just got a text from Lisa.
Lisa?
She played in a pickleball tournament today. She's so mad, the scorekeeper can't add. So I'm guessing Lisa was robbed.
Oh no.
She shorted me by 10 points,
What?
so I didn't get to play in the finals.
Okay, that's not even like on accident.
I should have been in the top 4 for gold. Missed the 4 for silver and missed out on the bronze.
Justice for Lisa.
You should riot.
Your mom's probably really glad that you're like live tweeting her, live speaking her text. Right
She would have to listen to the pod to know what's happening. Also, like what is it called when you're like, I want a recount?
Requesting a recount.
Yeah, can you get a recount? Or she could just go torch the trailer of the person who's the scorekeeper.
Yep.
I mean, that is the obvious, most logical answer. Justice for Lisa. Arson. I mean, look at today. The rules don't apply anymore.
No.
We're allowed to do whatever we
can
want.
Do whatever you want. So you can shoot people. Doesn't matter.
Yeah. Like, just trying to help somebody up off the ground, you get shot. I guess that's what happens.
Yep.
You don't count that, I don't know what you call it, a ding? A ping? You know, then you get your house burned down.
Yeah. Yep.
What kind of wine we got today? I couldn't find wine themed toward my story.
Sometimes our stories are just unable to find. I mean, maybe if we had like a Total Wine or like a Biddy's or something, but we have like
I have one aisle
20,
to choose
20
from.
bottles of wine to choose from in our whole town. So, okay, this is Venta Moralis Tempranillo. Nestled in the very heart of the vast Central Plateau, the largest wine-growing region in the world, the vineyards surround the quaint Las Mesas village, where the Tempranillo grape thrives in the arid Mediterranean climate in sandy, rocky, calcareous clay soils.
The terroir.
The terroir. It's been a long time since a science word is picking up. The warm growing season encourages the development of ripe, dark fruit flavors, deep color, and long, balanced talons. Saloon. And this is a product of Spain.
Okay. I just got tired of looking, so I just picked one that looked cool.
Yeah. It has a cool orange label. All right, let's do it. Pour mine first for once.
You gotta pour it in so they can hear it.
Yeah, I know, Nicole, I know. God. What are you doing?
Look what I can do. Ooh, it's a nice dark color.
Yes.
Ooh, I think you're gonna like this one.
Oh, yeah, that smells incredible.
It smells like a juicy raspberry. Or maybe more of a blackberry.
Yum. 10 out of 10.
That's a good one.
Ooh, that's really good.
This would be so good with like a big juicy steak
Mm-hmm.
that I don't know how to cook, but I know you do.
I do, and I actually have for my story next week, I was like, what can I kind of theme for dinner? So we may be having steaks next week.
Ooh, good. I mean, that's my suggestion. I always like a steak, but I don't know how to cook them, so.
For dinner tonight, we took a trip to the Caribbean and Asia.
We had some jerk chicken with rice with lime zest and coconut milk and some mango salsa.
It was very good on this very cold winter day.
Very cold. It's got to warm up pretty soon, right?
Yeah, like next week it's going to be like 20. Woohoo.
I mean, we're in the right positives at
We're
least.
going above zero.
And this winter is so much worse than last winter. I have to hire some guy to come snow blow my yard because I can't lift the snow any higher.
Yeah, this the last 3 weeks we've just gotten dumped on.
Are you glad that I got this wine
Yes, I am.
and not the other one that I was looking
Yeah,
at?
the peanut butter and jelly wine.
From St. Julian, your favorite
Like
winery.
St. Julian.
That would have been so gross.
Ugh.
Right next to it was a watermelon wine,
Ugh.
which you know is going to taste like a watermelon Jolly Rancher.
Yeah. Yuck.
I looked at it and I thought about it, but I was like, I don't
St.
hate myself
Julian,
enough.
If you're listening,
Stop.
you're no saint.
No.
I don't know what church canonized you. but it was not the Church of Buzzed Baffled.
It definitely
Because
was
you are
not.
an abomination in our world.
I have never had anything from there. I'm like, you know what? I would like to take a second sip of this.
Yeah. If I'm recoiling just looking at your bottles, that's trouble.
David was willing to drink the pumpkin spice Chardonnay, but even he couldn't do the sugar cookie wine. I'm hoping you just dumped that.
I did. Yep. Right down.
Uh-huh. No cooking with it? Not like the relax that you have saved?
No.
I saw another bottle of that there. I thought about it.
When I was at Pass last weekend, so they make more than one variety of relax because there was a blue bottle, so I don't know if it was like a Pinot or something, but it was something else.
Was it a white version, maybe?
I don't know.
It probably tastes like Mountain Dew.
Uh-huh. Maybe I'll buy it, now that I know it's there.
I mean, if we're gonna play pranks and get each other terrible wines, I know I can win this.
We've already brought, how many terrible wines on this spot?
And some of them, I think they might be good, but they just end up to be terrible.
This one's really good, though.
Although, you know, I'm going to be in Marquette on Friday.
Oh, yeah.
So maybe I'll go to Everyday Wines and see if I can find that one French wine that was really good.
Yeah, you can always find something there.
Mm-hmm. You have to tell me what the theme of the wine is, or for the pod next week, and I can.
It's probably gonna be a twofer because it's a little bit short.
Okay.
It'll be in my bad parenting saga.
Oh, good. I really
One's
enjoyed.
actually pretty lighthearted.
I really enjoyed the last one.
Yeah, I know you did.
My blood pressure isn't racing just thinking about it.
So Oklahoma, I don't know if you'll be able to find a Oklahoma wine. Something cowboy.
Okay.
So think about that. That's why we're having steaks.
Maybe something that goes good with like barbecue or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, today we are in Newtown, Connecticut.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not where we're starting. Today, I want to talk about something we both know a lot about and is related to what we will be doing later this month.
Is this one of my favorite things?
Well, right now it is actually one of your favorite things. And
You're
not
not about to say the most horrific thing.
No.
No.
It is also related to the second part of today's story. So this is like A and B kind of thing. Being a woman in the working world.
Oh, yes, that is one of my favorite things.
Isn't it a glamorous place to be?
I love working so much.
Aren't you glad you're not a stay-at-home trad wife?
I mean, I'm not into trad wife, but I would really like to be a stay-at-home dog mom. David won't let me, though.
David just has to go get another job.
I keep telling him that. I'm like, if you have 2 jobs, then I don't have to have any jobs.
Well, why don't you look at him and say, Nicole has 4 jobs, so why can't you have 2?
Yeah.
Like, there is not a day of the week where Nicole's not doing something work-related. Because she's got the drive, David. Very often as kids, though, we are asked, what do we want to be when we grow up? Often little girls might say a doctor or a ballerina. What did you want to be growing up?
A doctor. Like, from the moment I could speak.
Not a mermaid?
No. My sister wanted to be an Indian.
God.
I'm just ragging on Ruth today.
Native American?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, like a Native American.
I can picture her being all dressed up as Pocahontas.
And she really didn't, like, dress up or anything. She just, like, I don't know, say something weird that little kids say. What did you want to be? A human?
Well, I've been trying a really long time, and I think I nailed it this time. But in my human role, I wanted to be a psychologist.
Oh, that's a little unsettling. Especially hearing stories from your mother about you as a child. That you already were like a creepy ass little child of the corn, and then on top of that, you wanted to fuck with people's heads as a 6-year-old.
No, it was very much. It's like, I already know why they're doing things. I want to know if I can get them to do other things.
Okay.
And I wasn't a creepy little child of the corn. I was eccentric.
Your mother has told me like 3 stories, and 3 of them have been creepy.
Did she tell you the one where I would sit in my room and practice words?
Yes.
And she would open the door and I would peer at her over my shoulder and refuse to say anything.
Popcorn.
I'd walk up to her, tug at her leg, popcorn.
What a little weirdo. I used to practice jumping though, so I can't say very much.
I never screamed my head off while the Little Mermaid was rewinding. But I was afraid of Muppets.
Oh, okay.
And Vincent Price in Thriller.
Well, that's fair.
Do you know why?
Very specific, but fair.
Do you know why I was afraid of Vincent Price in Thriller?
Because you remember when he was just a lad?
Well, that too. But Lisa thought I liked the song, and so she would play it for me every night before bed and then turn the lights off and walk out.
So she's just like Clockwork Orange torturing you with the thing you're most afraid of as you try to fall asleep. Good night.
She would also... And she would also sit me in front of the television and put the Muppets on. And it was horrifying.
She do some exposure therapy on accident.
So if I turned out this way, it's really
That's
all
so
Lisa's
funny.
fault.
She's like, you love this song. I'm going to play it for you every night before bed.
Yup.
His creepy laugh at the end.
Well, today we're doing stories about flight attendants.
Nice.
You do love travel.
I do love traveling, yeah.
And maybe not everything that happens in this story, but you do love travel.
Okay, that's fair.
The very first stewardess was a woman named Ellen Church. She was from Iowa. She wanted to be a pilot, but the Boeing Air Transport Office only hired male pilots.
That tracks.
So in 1930, she became the first Sky Girl.
Oh, I don't like that, but...
Prior to this, in the 1920s, only men were hired to work on planes, and they were called stewards. In order to be a Sky Girl, Boeing dictated that a woman had to be a registered nurse, single, young, meaning under the age of 25, so we're out of the running already,
For a long time now.
and had to remain with specific height and weight limits.
Mm-hmm.
I'm out of the running.
Yeah.
I mean, I probably would meet the height requirement, but...
Yeah.
Well, and like, I can understand a height requirement for a stewardess, because you have to be tall enough to reach certain things,
Right.
but not so tall that, like, you're hitting the top of the cabin.
Especially in, like, 1930s planes.
Yeah. So the first picture up there is what plane travel looked like in the 1930s.
Mm-hmm. Everyone's all dressed up.
Yep, they're all dressed up, kind of like they're trying to tell us to do now, but I'm going to be wearing sweatpants on my plane ride in
if you're
February.
gonna continue to cram me
Mm-hmm.
6 inches from someone else, I'm wearing sweats.
Yeah. In order, blah, blah, blah. The first stewardess had to focus on medical care and assisting with the needs of passengers, as air travel was new, and the idea of flying in a tin can in the sky made people nervous.
That's fair. And I do appreciate that it was someone who had an education already.
But I wonder, did the male stewards have to be doctors?
Oh, not a chance.
Mm-hmm. They were also required to do manual labor and assist with work such as fueling the planes,
Jesus Christ.
carrying luggage, and even pushing the aircraft into the
No,
hangar.
come on. That's bonkers.
So I have to be a certain height and weight. Like, you see the picture right there. Those are the height and weight requirements. So 23, 117 pounds, and 5 foot something.
Yeah. That says the average United stewardess.
And so they're wearing heels and dresses, but they also have to fuel the aircraft and push the plane.
When it lands, they gotta jump out and push her in from behind.
Uh-huh. I'm like, what the hell? Like, how many stewardesses does it take to pull an airplane?
Well, if they're only 117 pounds, probably quite a few.
Mm-hmm. And picturing, like, you, like, hook them up to one of those ox things, like the yoke, and they're just, like, pulling it. Boeing advertised this as a temporary career to women as a way to have an exciting adventure before settling down. While physically demanding and restrictive, the job paid well at $125 a month, which would be about $3,000 a month today.
Okay.
For $3,000 a month, I am not pulling an airplane anywhere.
No. Not a chance.
That's like $25 an hour. I'm not doing that. Ellen trained the first 8 Sky Girls, and they wore specific uniforms reminiscent of military uniforms to give the career allure.
Ooh.
Throughout the 1940s, being a Sky Girl was akin to being in a sorority. They were expected to be a high school graduate, unmarried, between the ages of 20 to 25 years old, weigh between 105 and 135 pounds, and be at least 5'2", but no taller than 5'9".
You would have just missed the cutoff for height.
Shut up! Unlike...
Sorry that your dreams are crushed.
Well, you tried to trick me into thinking I was 5'4".
I swear I wasn't.
I am well aware that I am 5'6". I didn't fall for your shenanigans. Not for very long, anyway.
Lisa had to bring you back down to earth.
She's like, "Girl, you are not 5'4". I said, "What if you're 5'2" to her?"
Get over here, let me measure you, Lisa.
She can't. She's over there setting a trailer ablaze in retribution for her pickleball tournament theft.
She's using her pickleball paddle to like launch Molotov cocktails.
Yup. Sky Girls could not be married and had to participate in weekly weigh-ins.
Oh, don't like that.
All Sky Girls were Caucasian.
Yeah, that figures.
Fashion played a big role in this job as the uniforms were designed to attract male passengers, especially businessmen. Gross.
That's gross.
The standards set by the airlines were chosen to appeal to male travelers.
Also, who's like, yeah, I'm going to start flying because the stewardesses are pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
Gross businessmen.
Yeah.
Bill Draper, whatever his name was from Mad Men.
Don
Don Draper.
You were so
Close. I got the last name right.
You did. I knew who you were talking about.
I've never even watched the show. It looked horrible.
It's actually a really good show.
By the 1950s, the term Sky Girl was retired, and they were renamed stewardess and hostess. In 1958, the first African-American stewardess was hired, a woman named Ruth Carroll Taylor. She was let go 6 months later due to the marriage ban.
That's earlier than I thought it would have been.
Mm-hmm. By the start of 1960s, complaints of discrimination began.
Shocker.
Patricia Edmonston was hired as an African-American flight attendant in 1960 by an airline after a legal complaint of discrimination. Age discrimination was also challenged, as a stewardess would be fired at the age of 35, being deemed too old to work in the profession.
Yeah, because you know what I want? A bunch of 22-year-olds.
Being in charge of my safety of my aircraft.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, instead of, heaven forbid, a woman of the 35 age.
Also, what do I have to do to be told I have to retire?
I know.
10 years ago. Like, I'm a little too long in the tooth to be doing this now. Time for me to go to pasture. In 1968, the EEOC ruled that sex, being female, was not a requirement to be a stewardess, and restriction on age limits for stewardesses was illegal based on discrimination under Title VI of the Civil Rights Act of 1964.
Okay. I'm going to tell you something that's going to blow your mind before we change their names to being flight attendants, and my fact becomes no longer relevant. The word stewardesses is the longest word you can type with your left hand. Only.
Oh, like if you have your on the keyboard and you're not moving it.
Yeah. It's only uses keys on your that you type with your left hand.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm
do
gonna
it right now.
I can't. I'm recording.
Well, I mean, you could
Yeah.
air type it. No, type it right now on the pod.
I'm gonna have to pause if I do that. And if I do that, I don't know if I can restart it.
You gotta start over.
So here's your pop quiz.
Oh, God.
What is the EEOC and what does it do for our listeners who do not know?
Okay. I thought you were going to ask me something I didn't know. It's the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission, and they ensure that people are given equal opportunities for employment and protects classes from against discrimination in the workplace.
So, for those people who don't know, it doesn't take away jobs from people who are qualified. It protects minority groups who do not have equal chance.
Yeah.
The restriction of hiring only women was lifted in 1971 due to Diaz versus Pan Am. With the Airline Deregulation Act, which was passed in 1978, made it illegal to require those who worked as a stewardess remain unmarried.
That's later than I thought it would be.
I know. I was like, I was technically born 2 years after that happened. Like my mother was graduating high school when that happened. Weight restrictions were still in place, though, throughout the 1990s.
And I'm sure they had some justification that, we can only put so much weight on an airplane.
They were only relaxed as part of union negotiations. There is still a vision and height requirement for safety reasons. Well, like the vision requirement, yeah. And like a height requirement, like if you're 6'5", you're not going to be able to comfortably work within that space. So all stewardesses still have to pass the vision and height requirement.
That's fair. Because, I mean, it is a restrictive space. And in order to, appropriately aid or assist someone in an emergency, you can't have any immediate vision issues.
Yeah. Now airlines do not utilize stewardesses, they are now called flight attendants, as a way to appeal to male passengers during culture changes within the world and industry. So they're still looking at male passengers as the primary person they're addressing this to.
That's so dumb. Like, everybody flies.
Yeah.
It's not like, I don't know, guns and stuff. And I know there are a lot of female hunters, but like, it's not something where it's primarily a male thing. Like,
yeah. Well, and if you look, so like right down there in the color picture, that's like the 1970s. And that's not a skirt I would want to wear to work.
No.
How do you bend over and get anything?
I don't know.
I'll have all this posted on buzzedbaffled.net. It's a little indecent. Also, that is all 100% polyester, and if that plane goes up in flames, that's going to suck.
Yeah. You're going to vaporize.
Uh-huh. The uniforms are now business-oriented and seek to give both functionality and professionalism. But I don't know if I agree with that, because I see what the stewardesses and stewards are wearing, and it looks scratchy, tight, and uncomfortable. Like, I would be wearing New Balance tennis shoes, not heels, if I was doing that.
Yeah, just let them wear, like, business cash. I've never once been like, oh my gosh, this person is bad at their job because she has pants on instead of a pencil skirt.
Yeah. The uniforms are now business-oriented. Oh, I already said that. When people become flight attendants now, some of the perks they get is the ability to travel all over the world. However, it comes with irregular work schedules, often including weekends and holidays. When you look at pay for a flight attendant, what do you think they make?
I really don't know. I know some can make a lot of money, but most, I think it's, I don't know, like 60 grand a year.
Yeah. So like the median pay is about $67,000.
Okay.
With the ranges being from $35,000 to $138,000 for senior flight attendants. Pay obviously depends on the type of flights you are working, because you're only paid for flight hours. Meaning they get paid when the door to the plane closes and ends when the plane opens.
Yeah, so if you're stuck on a tarmac, don't be bitching at the flight attendant because they're in it too.
Yeah. Also, I think that's bullshit. Like, you should get paid for all of the time that you're waiting around for things, not just when the door closes.
Helping people find their seats because everyone apparently loses the ability to read when they enter a plane.
Yeah. Health concerns are also something that flight attendants have to be concerned about. What do you think some of these health concerns are?
Mental health, first. They're always just like stuck in a tube full of germs as well.
What about physical health problems? What do you think there's...
standing all the time and asshole passengers who are assaulting them.
Yep. So flight attendants face health risks, including an increased cancer risk, especially breast and skin cancer in women.
Oh, that's interesting.
Respiratory and cardiovascular issues, and I'm sure that has to do with standing and the lower pressure. Musculoskeletal problems, fatigue, anxiety, and depression. These concerns are linked to occupational factors such as radiation exposure, circadian rhythm disruption, and constant standing and heavy lifting. And there's also potential exposure to chemicals. So they're not like fueling the planes up now, but there's a lot of other stuff they have contact with.
I remember it was several years ago, but I think it might have been Delta, and don't sue me, Delta, if it wasn't you. But
don't ruin our trip, Delta.
Yeah, wherever they got their flight attendant uniforms from, they were like laced with chemicals. So everyone was having like hives and like...
Were they Temu?
It might have been. Like they might have got them from China or something, so everyone was having like skin reactions and contact dermatitis. It was bad.
That's not good. So what do you think? Do you think that being a flight attendant is as glamorous as it's made out to be?
No, it's not like the 50s movies.
Nope. But this leads us in to the true content of today's story, which is the other part of Kyla's favorite things.
Uh-oh.
Murder. Now we're going to talk about a story that may seem familiar to you, but you may not know why.
Okay.
We're going to talk about Helle and Richard Crafts.
Not ringing a bell yet.
So that is him up there, and that is her, and their family's in the center. And I'm assuming it's Helle. It's Helle. She's from Denmark.
It's probably Helle.
Helle? Okay.
Or Helle.
Helle? Okay.
Yeah, you can call her Helle.
Helle. Helle was born Helle Nielsen in 1947 in Denmark. She worked as a flight attendant on Eastern Airlines, where she met her future husband, Richard Crafts, who worked as a pilot. After dating, they married in 1975 and lived in Newtown, Connecticut, where they had 3 children. I would like to note that I have consistently spelled Newtown incorrect the exact same way throughout this entire story.
Okay.
So at least I'm consistent with my bad spelling.
Imagine if you only spelled it wrong the first time, and when you came across it again, you're like, wait a minute.
Nope. I spelled it Netwon. Newtwan.
You put Netwon?
Netwon.
You didn't even spell Newton?
Nope. Netwon. And it didn't even tag it as being incorrect.
No, you were probably like, fuck yeah, it is. It's right. And you're like, click, right click, ignore all instances of me spelling Netwon instead of Newtown.
Yep. So now it's Netwon, Connecticut.
I'm glad you weren't looking for Netwon, Connecticut, so I could put the pin on the map because I'd still be waiting for you to tell me where it was.
Joke's on you, it's probably your real place. Helle continued to work as a flight attendant for Pan Am, and Richard continued to work as a pilot for Eastern Airlines. None of these are still in service.
No.
By 1986, the marriage was in trouble, and Helle suspected Richard of infidelity after finding evidence of a series of long-distance phone calls. which back in the 80s is how you caught somebody.
Yeah.
By looking at the phone records.
The phone bill you got that had like list of the numbers that were called and the time and the dollars and cents that it cost you.
Yep. And then did it have numbers coming in too? So, because I remember it would be pages and pages and pages long every month, which is insane to me.
Weird.
Do cell phone bills do that?
You can get them, but
not by default.
Yeah.
Okay. She was unhappy about the suspicion, so she hired a PI named Keith Mayo, and you can see him down there, leaning on the bridge.
Okay.
Look at that mustache.
He looks, I mean, if he's trying to blend in, he just looks like a blue collar.
Yeah, he's just like, I just got off of work at the factory.
Stopping for one before I go home.
Uh-huh.
Ball and chain.
That's what I picture your dad looking like in the 80s. With his mustache.
Yeah, it's not too far off. He's thinner than that, but yeah.
Mm-hmm. Keith followed Richard and took pictures of Richard kissing another flight attendant outside of the flight attendant's residence in New Jersey.
Ugh. Okay, and let's be real. Richard is not a babe.
No, She is
beautiful.
She's beautiful and blonde and tall. He doesn't hold a candle to your favorite guy over there.
No. He looks like, he's the bad guy in the Avengers movie. He plays, I'll find him after. And I'll find him.
But he looks like a derp.
Yeah.
When she got this news, Helle obviously wanted a divorce from Richard. However, this would have cost him a lot financially. In 1986, he made $120,000 a year, which is the equivalent of $353,000 today. Are you looking him up?
Yeah. Toby Jones. Didn't we talk about Toby Jones?
Yes!
But that's who he looks like.
Yeah, Toby Jones was in my other story.
Yeah,
he was in the story about Rosenhan.
Yep.
So he kind of looks like Rosenhan, but just not as sexy as Rosenhan.
First of all, he does not have
a sassy pipe.
Which is really what he needs.
Mm.
Yeah, he looks like Toby Jones.
Poor Toby Jones. He's a good actor. We shouldn't be ragging on him like that. They'd also been married for over 10 years, and this meant that the judge would have broad discretion over the division of property and setting alimony, especially if Helle was able to prove adultery. On November 18th, 1986, Helle finished working her shift on a flight from Frankfurt, West Germany to New York. Her friends dropped her off at the home she shared with Richard. That night there was a snowstorm, and the next morning, Richard told others that he was taking Helle and the children to her sister's house in Westport, Connecticut. However, when he arrived at his sister-in-law's house, Helle was not with him.
Oh, no.
Over the next several weeks, Richard's story of where Helle was varied based on who he was talking to. And this goes back to Rockefeller, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, how could people be missing for that long and, like, nobody questions?
Yeah, it's one thing if you call somebody, like, I don't know, if I call whoever and try to get a hold of my dad or something, and my mom's like, well, when they live together,
yeah,
he's in the shower. Okay, have him call me back. If he doesn't call me back, maybe he forgot. If I call again and he's not around again,
now you
then
have,
I'm like,
now you have to go look for
weird.
proof of life.
Yeah.
Sometimes he would say that she was visiting her mother in Denmark. Other times he would say she was in the Canary Islands. Sometimes he would simply claim he did not know where she was.
Yeah, that's red flag after red flag. Somebody needs to be like, okay, where is she?
Although, if you did Davided and you just kept telling people you didn't know where he was, I don't think Donna would come looking for him.
Oh, no, she wouldn't.
No. Like, you could probably go weeks before anyone was like, what the hell, man? Although at work, they'd be like, where is he? We need him to come do acute stuff.
We have court. Like,
Yeah.
somebody has to go testify.
No, I would be asking because you know who's going to have to do all that shit at work? It's going to be me. So I'd be like...
Kyla, this is inconveniencing me personally. We need to come to a resolution here.
Like, one way or the other, I just need to know what's going on so that, like, if we need to hire, we can hire.
Yeah. Should we... Kyla, is this are we backfilling this spot? Are we holding it open? What's going on here?
Like, write a letter of resignation. I don't care what you have to do, but you have to come to some kind of conclusion here.
Short staff, Kyla.
As his answers were always evasive, her friends started to become suspicious. Little did Richard know that in the past, Helle had told her friends, if something happens to me, don't assume it was an accident.
Ooh, that's rough.
Disclosing to her friends that Richard had a volatile temper. What do you think happened next? Like, do you think the police started investigating and the crime was solved?
No, I do not think that's the exact next step. I think there's going to be more things that's going to be later.
So what do you think happened next? What is your prediction?
Ooh, does the PI save the day? Is he a hero in this? Yes!
So, she went missing on November 18th. It wasn't until December 1st that the PI reported her missing to the Newtown police.
The Netwan.
The Netwan. The Netwan police initially discounted Keith's concerns, stating that they believed that Helle would eventually return.
Oh.
In 1986, there was no legal mandatory waiting period to report someone missing. It should be noted, but I'm going to ask you this. Why do you think the police were like, pshaw, we're not going to investigate
because
this?
he was just a PI.
It should be noted that Richard worked as a volunteer police officer for the Newtown Police and a part-time police officer for the Southbury Police in a nearby town.
Stop giving people volunteer police officer positions. Also, he's a pilot. How can he just be like moonlighting as a part-time police officer in two different towns?
You make $353,000 a year. Why do you need to be a police officer other than like you like the power of the position?
Exactly what it is.
Do you think that Jaildale could get us volunteer police positions?
I mean, we could definitely ask.
I would love a volunteer police position.
We could see what's up.
We would be great at it.
Yeah. We could be volunteer detectives.
I was like, can we be volunteer detectives?
I don't want to be pulling people over and shit. I want to be like solving murders.
But I would also like to do just a ride with where I get to be there as they're pulling people over.
I mean, there are some people I would like to pull over probably, but I mostly want to be solving murders.
I'm like, put the lights on, let's go.
Light them up.
Yeah, we need to look into this. Especially if we're going to be getting rid of David, so that we need to make sure we have our bases covered. That's what he gets for sitting in the living room when I'm trying to watch Real Housewives. I'm just...
Had it coming.
I'm out there like Roxy. I'm just kidding, David. I don't want to kill you. Not for that, anyway. However, Keith the PI was not deterred. He took his concern to the Fairfield County prosecutor, and the prosecutor referred the case to the Connecticut State Police, where Richard did not have any influence.
Excellent. Yes, men, keep going and keep fighting.
So finally I have, like, the PI.
I have someone on, like, the right side of things.
I have a hero. I'm going to put him right up there next to your mushroom lady.
Oh, no, he's a hero. He goes on the Rosenhan wall.
He goes on the Rosenhan wall? Okay. I'll get a little...
Or next to the Atlantis candle.
Oh, yeah. I'll put a little frame for him. He deserves something with respect, not just, like, taped to the wall.
Crooked.
On December 26th, 1986, 38 days after her disappearance, The police searched the family home while Richard was on vacation with his children. It was during that search that Richard's story about where Helle was and that she would likely return started to fall apart. The nanny reported that not long after the search, a grapefruit-sized stain had appeared on the bedroom carpet, which later went missing. The police found pieces of the carpet that the nanny had described. They also found blood smeared on the side of a mattress. Forensic accounting found that Richard had used his credit card between the day of her disappearance and the day of the investigation to make several purchases. What do you think these were?
Tarps, plastic, bleach, the huge.
Oh, so much more eccentric. A large freezer.
Oh, no.
Bed sheets. A comforter. I'm assuming to replace the one that he ruined. A chainsaw.
Oh, no.
And one additional item.
A turkey sandwich?
Not a turkey sandwich.
Oh, okay.
The police were not able to locate the freezer, but located the chainsaw in Lake Zor, which is a lake near there. The serial number had been sanded off. However, police were able to recover it in the forensics lab. The chainsaw had hair and blood in it that matched Helle's DNA. So what do you think happened? How do you predict this went down? And also, what do you think the last item was?
You always hit me with the questions. I'm always wrong. Does he just like hop in a plane? Is like, bye-bye.
No, it's not a plane ticket.
They're going to arrest him, but he's going to have some cockamamie scheme about why her body is in a freezer somewhere that it can't be found.
It's so much worse. The last thing that he got on his credit card was a wood chipper.
Oh, no. No, that's so much worse than a turkey sub.
Like, where's my photo? This is the actual wood chipper that he rented.
It says it's called the Brush Bandit. It's like a squirrel on it or something. Also, this poor man, he's like, I just rented a wood chipper.
Like, this is what I do. I have a wood chipper and I rent it out. Richard's story fully unraveled when a man named Joseph Hine came forward. So we have another, like, good person who's like, I saw something bad. Joseph drove the county snowplow. He stated that on November 18th, the night of the snowstorm, he was plowing the road and he saw a car with a wood chipper attached to it parked next to Lake Zor.
Oh, no.
Joseph brought the police to the area in which he had witnessed this, and they found 3 ounces of human tissue, the crown of a tooth, a fingernail with pink polish, bone chips. I'm impressed, 2,660 blonde hairs.
Oh, God, they had to count those.
And the blood, which matched Helle's blood type, which was O. The tooth match matched Helle's dental records.
I hate this so much.
Do I get my...
You might.
Do I get my title?
Did he line up that wood chipper and shipped her into the lake?
Put her in the wood chipper.
Oh.
The police did not have a body, which was typically needed to press charges and win a murder case. However, they felt they had enough evidence to charge Richard with murder with the circumstantial evidence they had. The prosecution hypothesized that Richard hit Helle over the head with a blunt object in the bedroom. He then placed her body in the freezer, which he would have had to have had prior to the murder.
Yep.
So he purchased it knowing what was going to happen. And allow it to freeze.
No.
They then believe he cut her body apart with a chainsaw, because you got to put her in like manageable sized pieces. And then he put her through the wood chipper into Lake Zor. He did all of this with his children in the house.
I hate him.
He's awful.
I don't like that at all.
But this is premeditated.
Oh, yeah.
So I had to rent a wood chipper, because you don't do that at 11 o'clock at night in the middle of a snowstorm.
No, you sure don't. Nobody needs an emergency wood chipper.
Or an emergency chainsaw.
No.
Or like, oh, look, a new chest freezer.
Uh-huh.
It was the finding of the one tooth and the blood that they were able to tie to the scene from the lake to Helle and prove that she was dead and not just missing.
Mm-hmm.
The medical examiner's office issued a death certificate on January 13th, 1987.
So it actually all happened quite quickly, 2 months later.
At that point, Richard was immediately arrested. As part of the trial, the state medical examiner... How do you think he proved what happened? One of Kyla's favorite things.
Oh, God. Did he run a dummy through a wood chipper for the jury?
I mean, sort of. He took a pig carcass and fed it through the wood chipper, replicating the bone fragments that were found at Lake Sore.
I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do. I don't like that.
I wonder if they had to rent the same wood chipper.
I would have had to be like the same model and probably the exact same one.
Can you imagine this poor guy?
Poor man. This sweet old, looks like he could be a Finlander, who's just like, yeah, I have this wood chipper that I hook up and haul around. And he's like, no, not again.
Like, he just looks like this 60-year-old man who just, like, does this odd jobs. And now the state police are like, can we borrow your wood chipper? We need to run a pig through it. How do you clean that?
You don't.
Can you imagine what that wood chipper smelled like in the summer?
Yeah. I mean, I would guess the best you could do is, like, blast a fire hose at it and turn it on and hope it flushes everything out. But
yeah, that's gross. Also, I'm willing to bet not a lot of people in town are going to rent his wood chipper after that.
He should have sued for, like, loss of future income.
Uh-huh. Richard's trial began in May of 1988. He requested a jury trial.
Oh, he thinks he's the smartest guy in the room.
They always request a jury trial, never request a jury trial. The trial lasted 54 days.
Oh, wow.
The jury deliberated for 17 days.
Oh, my gosh.
One juror was in favor of acquittal, and the jury could not come to a decision, resulting in mistrial.
What?
What do you think happened next?
They retried him.
They did.
You have to.
A second trial occurred, and he was found guilty on November 21st, 1989. He was sentenced to 50 years in prison. During the sentencing, the judge made note of Richard's lack of remorse. Well, no, he put his wife in a freezer and then fed her through a wood chipper.
Yeah, it's not like, oh, we got in a fight and, like, I pushed her and she bumped her head on the wall.
Yeah.
And, I called immediately. No. He planned, he purchased a freezer and rented a wood chipper.
Yep. Richard maintained his innocence at the sentencing, where he stated, "A great deal has been said about my apparent lack of emotion. He has ice in his veins, but I have feelings like everyone else."
I hate him.
Well.
Yeah, cry about it.
Mm-hmm.
Little bitch.
At sentencing, Helle's brother-in-law, who had custody of the children, who were 8, 7, and 5 at the time of the murder, noted that the children had expressed real fear of their father. What do you think his nickname in prison is?
Oh, God.
This is the story that keeps on giving.
Oh, no. Do they call him Chip?
Mr. Chips.
Oh. God damn it, Nicole.
So, where do you think Richard is now?
Hopefully dead.
Nope. On January 2020, at age 82, Richard was released from prison and sent to live at the Isaiah Halfway House in Bridgeport, Connecticut, which is a homeless shelter for veterans and a transition home for prisoners after serving 33 years. Laws in effect allowed prisoners to serve less time provided they showed good behavior while incarcerated. He didn't have any access to wood chippers, so he was doing just fine there.
Yeah, that's why he had good behavior, because they weren't rolling up wood chippers in the yard.
He was fully released from the Department of Justice custody on June 2020, and he currently still lives in Newton, Connecticut. Netwan.
Well, if I'm ever out there, I might have to stop and pay him a little visit.
Yep. So
Sir,
what?
have you ever seen Fargo?
Yep. So this is why the story sounds familiar to you. In 1996, the Coen brothers created the well-known movie Fargo, based on the events of Helle Crafts.
Yeah, I love that movie.
Helle,
I didn't know. I mean, I knew it was like gathered from different sources, but I hate him.
Also, Helle Crafts' case is the first case to be convicted without a body to prove a murder, and was a win for the forensics within the legal system.
Oh, wow. That's interesting that it was that late that it was the first one.
So, but Keith the PI for the win.
Yeah. Team Keith.
Do I win my title back of worst story?
Because I was really cringing.
She was picturing like the texture of the body going through the wood chipper.
I sure was.
And how it comes out kind of pulpy and soggy on the other side. Yeah. Can you imagine the noise that made?
Oh. No, I don't want to.
I picture it being kind of like a sucking noise.
Yeah. Well, and he froze her body. Like, every part is more gruesome than the last.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's fucked up.
I'm so glad that I chose this one and I get my title for worst Potter again. It's a title that I hold dear and true.
Yeah, I'm not baffled. I'm just disgusted.
But I still win, and that is what counts.
Yeah, you could have it back. I was gonna buy a little plastic crown, and we can, like, what we need to do is get like little caricatures of us, maybe. Yeah. And like whoever has it, we should get bobbleheads.
We need to get bobbleheads, like the ones that I got David for Christmas. Yeah. Yes, and we can get a little crown, and we'll put it up there, and whoever is the current title holder gets to wear the little crown. The good news is I know exactly where to order some of those.
I hate that not only did, first of all, that he killed her, like, let's be real. But then he froze her. Mm-hmm. Then he chainsawed her body. Then he ran her through a wood chipper into a lake.
I'm also impressed that a full human body froze in less than 24 hours, or was it not frozen enough?
It wouldn't have been frozen, like...
solid.
No, it would have been...
Not the way that Bernie...
I'm not trying to be gruesome, but, like, it would have been the same way that you put, like, chicken breast in the freezer for a little bit to make it easier to slice.
Yep. Because it's not like Bernie when he put Marjorie in the freezer. Like, she was there a long time. She was fully frozen.
Yeah, it would be, like, mostly frozen. It wouldn't have been, like, rock solid.
It was probably solid enough that when he hit her with a chainsaw, it made less of a mess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's exactly what it would have been. Wow.
You're welcome.
Oh, God damn it, Nicole.
I should have made chili tonight. I really missed out on an opportunity. Or did like tomato soup and grilled cheese. Like the monster I am.
Also, the poor lab tech who had to count out like all 2,600 individual hairs.
2,660. I'm thinking, like, was it on one big piece? Or did they pick up all these hairs because it was spread and they just kept grabbing them?
Probably a combination of both. Mm-hmm. Because, I can't remember saying this, but, like, a wood chipper isn't going to, like, atomize things. Mm-hmm. It's going to chunk them out.
Yep.
So there's probably chunks of scalp.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, the teeth were fragmented. Ugh. But also what I'm hearing is this might be one of your favorite things.
Oh my God,
you spent a lot of time thinking about it in the last hour. That's all I'm saying.
My chainsaw.
She's saying this with warning in her eyes, guys. So if something happens to me, look at Kyla.
It's battery powered, and you hold it with one hand like a drill, and the bar is 4 inches long. So I wouldn't even be able to, like, cut your foot off. Maybe a foot. Not a chance of I getting
not even my little stumpy leg foot?
No, maybe. Like, an ankle is going to take me all day to be able to recharge. So don't worry about me and my chainsaw.
also my bones are made of like diamonds and carbonized things from being deep in the earth for so long. So it's going to take you a while.
I'm going to need to sharpen the blade a couple times.
Yeah. So what's next week's story? What can the I almost said the readers.
So, again, the readers.
What can the readers look forward
Dear
to?
reader, listen to my words. Read what I'm hearing and saying.
So what's next week's story?
We're going to have stories about children. 2 different stories. One of them is going to be much more lighthearted than the other one. I have the more lighthearted one written. And it's like a, what the fuck? But also it's like, okay. And then the other one's kind of sad. So we'll do the sad one first and then the lighthearted one.
So is it going to be a 2-weeker or is it like 2 in 1?
2 in 1. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give you a choice for my next story.
Oh, good. The illusion of choice.
Do you want the funny story about actually my favorite topic or the most gruesome story I've ever written?
Ooh. I don't know.
Let you think about that.
Yeah, why don't you decide after you hear my story and see what should be next?
Yeah, but like, I don't want to hear
the
the
vibe is.
Yeah. Because I'm very excited for both of them for very different reasons.
Mm-hmm.
But every time I think I can't find something worse, I surprise myself.
I know. I was sitting here like holding my hand and my head in my hands. This poor woman. Ugh.
Oh, and we should also tell people next month we're going to be traveling.
We will be.
And we'll be doing a travel episode.
We'll be trying to do a travel episode. We'll see how it goes.
I have the mics ready to go, so.
It's just going to be like hours and hours of stream of consciousness, just like us talking into the mics.
Well, no, I figure we'll be sitting down at a bar drinking wine somewhere.
We'll find something to do.
But I think maybe the first winery we go to will be, on the tour, will be a good story.
Yeah.
I have to dig into it a little bit.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
So, to the next pour and the next plot twist.